Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
First down, Brissett. Throw complete there, Rodgers. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Brissett now. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Breeze now. And this is Cook with the grab. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
In your face.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Ready?
Here's Breeze to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Ready? Yellow ladies. Check 53. You can't block me. You can't block me. Jim. Bang.
Running with Kamara. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd and 9, Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone.
Let's go, folks.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Toss play, Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Whoa. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. No. Hey, exit. 53. Bandit.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I got you.
They run it for the first time to the backup Murray. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Ready. Yellow lady. Hey, tight down. There you go. Hey, tight.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Breeze now on first down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Okay, partner, let's mix things up a bit. This is something that's been a staple of morning television programs for a long time. Let's bring it to Madden, some power rankings. Give me your top 5 through 7 weeks.
All right, I'll start with number 5, and that's the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, he can throw it as well as run it, but his running, that's so exciting. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Looks like Aaron Rodgers and his head coach Matt LaFleur, looks like they're in sync, and the Packers are playing awfully well right now. Number 3, San Francisco, their defense built to travel. They can play anywhere and take on anyone, and they run the ball on offense. Number 2, New Orleans. They've survived without Drew Brees.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On play action, Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now Brissett on 4th down. And he's got his man Hilton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll throw now on the final play. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Hey, check.
Again, it's Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Quick to 0-2. Let's go, 950.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the return will stop right around the 25. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Brissett to throw on first. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is...
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
This is our time, guys. This is our time. Hey, Foxtrot.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 53 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Breeze. Again has it complete. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Colts 14, Saints 9. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play action now. Brissett looking deep for Hilton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He's got a first down and more past the 30. That one good for 33 and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Danico Autry in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
95-56.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Breeze to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jabal Sheard in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.